Now come back to our interface. Here you will be using nichrome wire. You can change the nichrome wire into copper, gold, aluminum or any other wire. And length of the wire is 10 centimeter. It is fixed. You can change the length of the wire into your desired value, and diameter also 0.2 millimeter. That also you can change it. And resistance of the rheostat. So rheostat is nothing. This device is called the rheostat. So rheostat can be used to vary the value of resistance in the circuit so that the flow of current will be restricted. That is the aim of the rheostat. So the entire experiment will be done by changing the value of rheostat. Here you can see 34, 45, 62 like that. These are the value of resistance, means it's a unit is ohm. So 62 ohm, 41 ohm, 18 ohm like that. So the maximum value of this resistance is 100 ohm. It is shown. If you want to change this entire data, you just click on reset. So again you can start from the basic experiment. Now very important thing, if you are using your mobile phone, you cannot connect these equipments, means this apparatus in zoom in mode. But if you are using laptop, it is very easy. Use your mouse or touchpad and you can connect it. But here in mobile, as you know, every square inch of your mobile screen is sensible, so it will be difficult if you zoom in the screen. So zoom out mode we will connect it. It will be little bit difficult, and don't think that it is easy to connect it. In the lab also, these are the electrical experiment. It may be difficult to get some result. So consider in that way only. So here you can see the battery, one positive and negative. Red is positive and black is negative. And here in the digital ammeter also negative, positive, red and black. Red is always positive and black is negative. Here also negative, positive you can see, and we will connect it. So what is the connection? The connection is basically from positive battery will be connected to the key. You can see that it creates a lot of problem because the screen is sensible. So I will touch in the positive and I am trying to connect into the key. So it is connected. Now from key another part, you can see that it's a rheostat. Rheostat has a bottom portion, and this is the bottom portion and this is the top portion. I will connect this bottom portion to the key. Okay, so rheostat is also connected. Now the topmost portion and the voltmeter I have to connect. The voltmeter, I am clicking the voltmeter black button and the topmost portion of the rheostat, and I am trying to connect it. When you try 2-3 times, then only this will be connected. Okay, now that is also connected. Now you can see the small thing here. This is our nichrome wire. So nichrome wire also we have to connect it. So click on the nichrome wire and just move it, and yes, now you can see that the nichrome wire is also connected across the voltmeter. Remember, voltmeter will be connected always across the conductor or any other electronic devices. Now this voltmeter has to connect into the ammeter. So voltmeter positive is very difficult. Voltmeter positive is connected to, I am clicking the both end so that connection will be easy. Okay, now it is connected. Now from ammeter, this negative will be connected to the battery negative, so I have to connect it. I am clicking negative button here and another negative button. Now I will connect so that the screen can recognize actually where we want to connect it. Okay, now here you can see the key is in open mode, means now switch is off. So I have to connect the switch, means the switch should be in on. Now you can see the circuit is closed. Here you can see battery is connected. Across the battery, key is on, and rheostat. Here you can see the rheostat. This button you can move it. This means sliding wire you can move, and voltmeter is also connected. Okay. Now how to do this experiment? Here you can see the voltmeter, voltage, current and resistance. How to do the experiment? First of all, you do not want to change any other values. Fix your length, diameter and everything. This rheostat you are changing. You can see that if I change the rheostat value into 30 ohm, digital voltmeter will shows 0.117 volt and 0.3 ampere current. Now again changing into 45. Now the voltmeter shows 0.07 volt and current is a 0.2. Now if I change into 67 resistance, the voltage you can see that 0.053 and current will be 0.14. So as I increase the resistance, the value of current will decrease, means flow of electricity will be restricted. If just see now the resistance is 1 ohm, you will get a very good voltage. This is a voltage 2 volt I am getting, and this is a 7.37 current also we are getting. Now make sure that this value of the current and voltage we are entering it. So here if you enter the value of voltage and current that you get from the table, the resistance will be calculated automatically, or otherwise you can calculate the resistance in your book using your calculator. Anyway, you need to write this voltage and ammeter. For example, if I enter the voltage into 10 and the current into 0.5 ampere, then you can see that the value of a resistance will be 20, means resistance R is equal to voltage divided by current. Similarly, if you want to add more column, you just click here. So add button, again I am increasing into 15 volt and the current is going to increase by 0.6. Now what will be the resistance? Resistance will be 25. So this way you want to make 8 readings by changing the column. This add you can add again. Now you will have a resistance and current and voltage. Now make sure that you have noted the value of the diameter. Diameter of the wire is 0.2 millimeter. Okay, and the length is 10 centimeter. So it is a 28 centimeter and the diameter is also 0.1 millimeter. You can see, and length is 28 centimeter and diameter is a 0.2. So for calculating the resistivity, we need that formula, because resistivity, as you know, resistivity is equal to Ra by L. So A is the area of cross section of the wire. So area will be pi r square, that you already know. Here area is equal to pi r square. So r is the radius and diameter you have, so half of the diameter will be the radius. So pi 3.14. resistance is the calculated value of resistance. So you can find the rho. Now another thing is you need to find the graph also. So graph means a volt ampere characteristics curve. So in the graph paper you need to draw. If you don't have a graph paper, don't worry, you draw the graph in your notebook. make a graph page in your notebook and draw your graph. Now here when you come into graph, as you know, graph will be looking a straight line. So when you click the procedure, you may see, and the final result will be writing like this: result, resistance per unit length, resistivity, and everything you will be writing. And you have some Viva VOC questions also. Study all these questions, because for your board examination it will help you. Now I have deleted that entire experiment, but if you have that value, you just click this button, you will see the graph. According to your voltage and current, graph will be looking like this. So you need to draw this graph also. So make sure that in your lab activity, that means a rough record, the following things are to be written. One is name of experiment, aim, apparatus required, connection diagram, procedure is not necessary, and calculation you have to do the calculation in your notebook in the left side, and right side no need of any procedure, just a result. What will be in the result? In the